Sun, moon, stars,
It's a dark night, 2-0. So you see the beacon of light through that black hole. Suns and moons, and of course I have to welcome back all my stars. We're gonna go ahead and get into channeling this energy deeper and show me what it is I need to see. Now what I'm getting is either you or a third person is questioning someone's antics. And this is because they may have recently said that they were Shakti. And when they said that, their lights may have blinked. Now, if you're familiar with the Badan Samdi energy, what this is talking about is someone attempting to scare you, but not just anyone. This was a barn that did so. Now, you may know of an individual's involvement in a GANG, and because you know this, they're going to say that it was you that ratted them out. However, what I'm getting is it was someone else. Now, this individual is doing that because they are a 13. However, you're going to opt to say that there's something else that I will not disclose at this time. But what I'm going to tell you at the moment is a 13 is a Diablo. Now, if you are a Diablo, what this is getting to is a future event that surely is going to involve your home and someone else's baby mama. Now, you may have recently decided to become an Omnius, and because you did so, you were congratulated by not only the Barons, but by all the Shaktis. And this is because this is your left-hand path. However, the person that you're currently residing with may feel like you need to go back to Ascofisi. And this is because they want to be able to say that they hindered your progress and that they are the person that stopped your ascension. Now, what I'm also getting is someone feels like you are the individual that is mentally manipulative. And this is because when you said that you would be with them, you also told someone else the same thing. Now, you may have not known that this particular individual was present in the goddess realm. And because you know of the goddess realm, however, you don't know of the goddess, what this is giving me is a serpentine energy attempted to release something from you. May say that it was your astral body. However, I beg to differ. Now, in the coming months, what I foresee is someone that you felt like was your friend is going to show up at a meeting. Now, this particular meeting is talking about a transformation, and not just any transformation. What this is speaking of is your transformation into a different plane of existence. Now, if you're not familiar currently with the energy that we know is an Ankia, in the near future, you're going to be. And this is because of a Yamaja and an Isifio saying that you are theirs, as well as this Scorpio male is going to say that you are the person that they lent something to. And because you are indeed the person, they're going to notice something when you bring it back. Now, in regards to a Shakti, someone is certainly questioning your motives regarding an alliance and someone's future. However, currently, what I'm getting is either you or a third party feels like they have no motive. However, what I'm getting is someone is attempting to rectify a situation that has nothing to do with them. So from my understanding, this is speaking of a serpentine energy telling them in their sleep that they are no match for a Shakti. And this is because the original Shakti Asenisi is the serpentine. However, you may be hearing a hiss instead of a word. And this is because of whom you are and or of whom this individual is. Now, you may also know of a Leo female's involvement that certainly is entailing of someone's past and a venture pertaining to an establishment. However, currently, they're opting to say that they are famous. But what I'm getting is, in the near future, they're going to show up as infamous. And what this is talking about is someone feeling like they are a celebrity. However, they are celeb not. Now, you may also know of the realm of magic. And since this is the case, you could be a Harry Potter fan, or this person that you're sleeping with is. Now, what I'm also getting is a EMF detector is something that someone wants to invest in. However, currently, my advice is to not do so. And this is because the person that you reside with has already called on all type of entities, beings, and spirits, not knowing that these are asakos to them. And what that talks about is someone not needing to do something because of who they are. Now, you could have been born in the year of the dragon, and since this is the case, Dragon Belly or Safakani is someone that you are well aware of. However, you could be calling this being by a different name. Now, for those that are Bruce Lee fans, this is not to be mistaken with the series that he showed up in. However, it has some connotations to it. And what I'm getting to is a dragon belly is a samurai. However, in his current state, he is not. And what I'm getting is someone is questioning your lineage. However, currently they feel like it is you that needs a do-over. And this is because you're not aware of who you are or your dialect. And what this is talking about is someone attempting to reiterate something in their native tongue and not being able to do so. And this is because of similarities in dialects and nations. Now, in regards to someone's growth, what I'm picking up for you is you may have recently decided to take on a new course that certainly is entailing of Mandarin Chinese. However, what you're not aware of currently is that Swahili also mimics Mandarin Chinese. Now, if you've seen the reading that had Paka in it, someone that you know may have said, how does she know that? And this is because I am a Shakti. Now, for those that are mistaking Shakti with Asifisi, you are certainly going to realize in the coming months that Asifasiti is not a Shakti. And what this is getting to is distortion created by a false belief and a false belief system. Now, you may have recently planted something in your garden that is similar to a safo, which you know as a sunflower. However, someone in your community may say that you planted the wrong item. And this is because they feel like you should farm. However, what I'm getting is the safo is something that is needed, and you know why. Now, if you feel like in the coming months, someone close to you is going to say something, then what I advise you to do is to not respond. And this is because someone wants to push your buttons, but not only that, they want to see if you research something correctly. Now, what I'm getting from this pool is Asafasi Shikitina Sifasi Owoti. And what that means is you are not ready for a Shakti. However, you feel like you are. And because of this, your choice of Mandarin Chinese is not for you. What I advise you to do is take up Asako, which is Italian, because that is the dialect of your native tongue and of your heritage. Now, what I'm also getting is you may frequent channels of content creators that are multicultural. However, currently, you're not able to get any fulfilling content, and this is because these are family channels. However, in the near future, someone's going to see this reading and say that they need to elaborate on it, and this is because of the Mandarin Chinese that is there. Now, what I also know to be true is someone next to you also feels like you need to do more research, because when you speak, you sound like you're speaking broken English. And this is because they researched Britain, and when they did so, they found out that Tudors reside there. Now, if you are someone that's seen my reading that talked about the original Tudors, what this is getting to is those not being originals and distortion that happened because of a misplaced vowel and because someone felt like you wouldn't know who they were, or they feel like in the near future, you're going to say something and it's not going to make sense. And this is because of an app that you're currently using and your vocal tone being off. Now, if you are someone that knows in Chinese, they have strong masculine tones, you are well aware of what I'm talking about. However, this individual is not. And because of this, I'm going to end this reading here. Now, for those that want a part 2 regarding this reading, what I'm going to say to you is join the membership. Deuces. What is your name? What is your name? Sergisias Ietha.